In addressing the third of the 6 anomalies, namely the heading problem, that the commentary, on the surface at least, appears to provide the 2 alternatives as to why the 2 sons of Aharon died, and therefore the heading should have been Vayamutu, which leads the Rebbe to suggest that the implied question to which Rashi responds focuses upon the Vatei Eish. In doing so, the Rebbe also addresses problem number 1, that on the surface at least the entire commentary is superfluous, in that the Chumash clearly states the sin that the Bnei Aaron offered an Eish Zara Shelot Tziva Otam. The Rebbe will also, in presenting his thesis regarding the Vatei Eish, address anomaly number 2, that the commentary, in which Rashi provides us with 2 options, has no relationship with the actual narrative. The thesis of the Rebbe is that Rashi parts company from the Rabbeinu Bechaya and the Chizkuni, who maintain that the Eish of Vayikra 9:24 and the Eish of Vayikra 10:2 are not one and the same. That the Eish of Vayikra 10 came as a Midah Keneged Midah, punishment, subsequent to the fire that descended and consumed the Korbanot, on account of the fact that they offered an Eish Zara. The Rebbe maintains that according to Rashi, the Eish of Vayikra 9 and the Eish of Vayikra 10 is one and the same, on the basis that in both instances we have the same wording, Vatei Eish Milifnei Hashem. To appreciate Rashi's thinking, we will need to revisit the sequence of events in Perek 9, and as we noted earlier, bulk of this Perek deals with the Korbanot that were to be offered on the 8th day of the consecration. Following Moshe's instructions as to the Korbanot that were to be offered, the actual offering of the Korbanot are introduced with a preamble in which Moshe Rabbeinu asserts that Zeh HaDavar, when this thing, Asher Tziva Hashem Ta'asu, that God has commanded to carry out, is actually done, then Vayera Aleichem Kvod Hashem, the glory of God will appear to you. There will be a revelation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which it seems had been absent for almost a year on account of the sin of the golden calf. Aaron offers the Korbanot, and we are informed in Pasuk 22 that Aharon blesses the people and then came back down from where he had offered the various Korbanot. He, together with Moshe, then enter the Ohel Moed and Vayetzu, exit it, and Vayivarechu et ha'am. Once again Aharon blesses the people, and following this blessing, Vayera Kavod Hashem el Kol Ha'am, the glory of God actually appears to the nation in the form of a fire that descends from Shamayim, from heaven, and consumes the meat from the various Korbanot. The person goes on to state that Vayar Kol Ha'am, the nation saw this revelation, Vayaronu, they sang praises to Hashem, and Vayiplu al Paneihem, they fell upon their faces in total submission to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So what we have here is Aharon blessing the people in Pasuk 22, Aharon and Moshe entering the Ohel Moed and coming out in 23, a fire descending from heaven and consuming the meat from the Korbanot, indicating a return of the Shekhinah to dwell amongst the nation. What is problematic and strange is the purpose of entering the Ohel Moed. The Pasuk is silent as to what actually happened there, and the connection, if any, to the events recorded in 24, namely the Shekhinah returning to the people. We will now look at a fill-in medrash that Rashi uses to respond to the difficulty regarding Pasuk 23.